We are gathered here today to talk about my pants. Yes, my pants. Let's go.
This is the home of the uncommon mind.
Let me just tell y'all, the last 2 weeks, I would say, have not been a particularly fun experience for me. It has in fact been one of, how shall I say, self-hate, strong dislike, and a rather shocking experience with a Chilean clothes manufacturer. Yeah? Let me get into it. So, I did not have like casual go out, like jeans, pants. And because it's winter here now, I mean, like, my life is in shorts. I'm in shorts right now because the house is warm. Even though it's winter, the house inside is nice and toasty. So I wear shorts. I'm a shorts person. And I've been invited to a few social things and this and that and this and that. And I've realized that, like, the night before I would get like serious anxiety about it, and I would end up cancelling because I just didn't feel like I wanted to go. Then I realized what it was. I was invited to a function of one of my friends. Already agreed, his parents were here from Peru, I couldn't say no. I didn't want to say no, actually, so it's like, yes, queen, count me in. And that night before, I was laying in bed, feeling this exact same anxiety for the event the next day. And I realized finally why, because in my mind I was going, what are you going to wear? And I had no idea what I was going to wear. So I'm not one who is incredibly fashion conscious. I never have been. I wear shirts and clothes until they literally fall off my body because, you know, eventually they've stretched and molded to my body shape, which I'm very happy with. So what I did a week before was I ordered jeans from one of the biggest manufacturers, or not manufacturers, clothing stores, online clothing stores here in Chile. Because online you usually get a much better size variety than in store, and you're pretty much guaranteed to get the right size. So for jeans, I like them to be a bit more baggy, a bit more loose, because my hips and my ass are disproportionate in size. Like, I've got a bulbous butt, and my waist is slightly smaller. So I like to buy bigger pants that are looser around my waist and, you know, fits my ass. So I bought the size of jeans that my work pants are that I bought from South Africa. And my shorts, actually. That fit me like, well. So I ordered express shipping, and they arrived. And I unfolded said pants. And I looked at it and I'm like, Hunty, this is not going to fit over your tuchus. So I thought, no, it's just insecurity. Let's go. Let's try this shit on. First and foremost, I actually usually prefer to wash clothes before I get them, especially if I order them online. It's kind of a habit that I've gotten into because I know that, unlike underwear, you can return clothes in a store. And I don't know who was the human who wore it before me. I'm not particularly someone who's scared of germs and all that stuff. But if someone is going commando in jeans and it gets returned to a store, I don't want that on me. I know I'm gay, right? Shocking. But I prefer to choose what touches me, if it were. So I try I try these jeans on. And no. Number one, what it didn't say in the listing was that there are skinny fit jeans. I do not have cankles, I do not have fat ankles, but I have got calf muscles. I have got really pronounced, really big calf muscles. And as I started pulling these pants up, oh, Jesus, take the wheel. They wouldn't even, the legs, the bottom will not go over my calf muscles. My calf muscles are too big. So I thought, wait, let me just wash these. Because I read online at some point that, you can stretch out denim. Which is the approach that I took. I knew that once I did this, they will be unreturnable to the store. Because if they smell like fabric, if they smell like fabric softener, or if you have washed them, then they're considered like too used or pre-loved or pre-owned, and their store just doesn't take them back. So I tried this. I washed it. I did all the tricks to stretch it. No bueno. No happiness, no life, nothing. So I thought, okay. Go online and I order the biggest size that they had. And it's from a different brand. So I thought, okay, maybe it's just this particular brand. All brands have kind of different sizing charts. So I ordered the biggest one that they have, which is like 8 sizes too big for me. Again, I ordered express shipping. The next day, it arrives. And I unfold said pants and I think, okay, this is better. In my excitement, because in my mind it fit, because how could it not fit? I mean, it's fucking massively ginormous. In my mind, it fit. So I chucked it in the washing machine because, again, I don't want interaction of unwanted body parts. And just for shits and giggles, I did the same stretching technique to let it dry. Fortunately, the city is as dry as a cork, so even in winter, if you hang something up, the moisture just goes goodbye. And I try on said pant. Oh, for the love of Jesus. It didn't fit. It was too small by a good margin. It went over my legs. Hallelujah, it went over my legs. But it did not go over my bum. It did not go over my sizable rump, as it were. And at this point, I just felt like jumping off the balcony, frankly. Because what the actual fuck? What is this? What world are we living in? Like Chileans, let me just give you a bit of a biology sort of lesson. Chileans as a culture, as a people, are usually, I would say that they are below average for kind of European like heights and sizes. I have in all honesty not seen a Chilean that is my width, if I have to go in geometric sizes here. Not my length in any way, shape or form. I'm like a good head and a half taller than most Chileans. But I thought, you know what, if you've got an international brand of clothing that has what appeared in my mind and what it looked like on the website, American standard sizes in terms of numbering, then you would be the same. I mean, this country tries to duplicate like North America with all energy. So I thought, okay, cool. I was wrong. Very, very wrong. This threw me into a spiral of depression for a good day and a half. But like serious, I didn't want to get out of bed level of depression, because I thought, oh my God, I've just let myself go. I've come to Chile and I've just become too fat that normal clothes don't fit me. I didn't realize in my head that, well, if the clothes you wore in South Africa still fit you now and they're the same number, then perhaps there is something wrong with the clothing, not you. When you are in a kind of cycle of depression, logic goes by. Logic is not a thing that comes to the party. So after I pulled myself towards myself, I decided that I was going to go onto Amazon and I was going to buy myself a pair of pants. And because I was still fairly emotional at the stage, I ordered a pair of pants that was the same number as that ginormous Chilean one that fit me more than my original number that I ordered. DHL arrived another 2 days later. No, I would say about 3 days later. And I received my package with much hope in my heart that finally I will have a pair of pants and I can break the circle of anxiety for going to a social function. I opened said package and inside was beautiful jeans, and I lifted them up and I folded them out and I was like, yes, this is better. And I looked and I saw that they were folded in on themselves. And I unfolded said pants to full size. And my heart dropped to my small toe. Because not only was this stretchy denim, which I like because it's good for the ass, but this was 10 sizes too big for me. So I put it on over my pair of shorts that I was wearing. I put it on over my pair of shorts. And it just dropped off me. Boom, gone. It was like this wide over my feet, like my ankles. Like I have seen some pretty gnarly cankles in my days. I have never seen a fat, obese person that has ankles that are this wide. It don't happen. I wanted to die. I felt so powerless. And because it is an international transaction, to send it back would have cost me more than the cost of the jeans. Because I'm sending it back to the US without Amazon Prime. I don't get special shipping prices. I've got to send it full price back before I get my return. Fortunately, I'm a dab hand at a sewing machine. So I go in with my sewing machine and I alter the living bejesus out of these pants. I folded it inside out. I made all the seams smaller. Broke like 2 sewing needles. I'm pretty sure I fucked up my sewing machine because it's just not designed for that kind of heavy fabric. And I went to and that happened the morning of my function, of my party. So I just backtracked from the beginning of the story. So I went to the function with my hastily fixed and repaired and altered jeans. And it was marvelous. Nobody commented. Nobody said, "What the fuck are you wearing, brew?" It was fine. Yes. So I come home that night, a bit tipsy, having had quite a bit of a wine to take the pain away. And I ordered another pair of jeans. Again, different brand. But I ordered it my actual South African size that I would wear. And these jeans arrived. And I unfolded them and they were beautiful. They're dark washed, slightly distressed, gorgeous. The legs are not, like, the ankles are not this wide. They fit, gorgeous. They go over my ass with ease. They contour, they shape, it's beautiful. And I sit down with my new jeans and I contemplate my situation. And I realize the impact that I never realized that fashion and I mean fashion in terms of clothing to wear, had on me, and possibly has on other people. I avoided social interactions in the winter because I didn't have the pants to wear, and I was not going to go out in my work clothes to a barbecue. I mean, I'm not that guy. I'm not Barney. I'm not that person. I do not go to all functions in a suit. And the pure anxiety that this caused me was absolutely surreal. I can't actually believe it. But I realized it now. Finally, I realized. And it was something so small that I couldn't pin. I couldn't say why social things were giving me such a big anxiety, where it didn't 3 months ago or 4 months ago. But then come winter, anxiety. And yes, I can sew, and yes, I've made myself like comfortable pants for like at home. I ordered some patterns online which haven't arrived. But the anxiety that I felt because of pants. So now I'm introspective of everything that I do and all the anxieties that I feel at that exact moment to kind of find the underlying cause of it. And yeah, it's just girl. Pants. Pants stopped me from being social. Have you ever in your life? And I wanted to share this story with you, because perhaps you are also feeling some level of anxiety. You cannot identify it. You think you have social anxiety. Meanwhile, all you need is just the right pair of pants. It could literally be that simple. I know it's probably not. I did not think it could be that simple, but now I'm like, yeah, bruv, invite me out. I got a pair of pants that fit. In fact, I ordered another one in a different color. It should be arriving soon. Bring it. Let's go out. Let's go party. Pants. Tell me about your story. What anxieties do you have in a random thing? Have you ever experienced something like this? Have you had an anxiety you couldn't explain, and then you figured it out and you realized it was something so small? Is it just me? It probably is just me. I am just that bloody ratchet, aren't I? Like, for real. Like, I've never considered myself a fashion person yet. The impact that it has. The Devil Wears Prada has spoken to me, Miranda.
And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
That's me. I wanted to share the story with y'all. I'm in the process of losing weight so that I never, ever, 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 ever have to go through that again. Because Lord knows I can't deal with that shit anymore. And I am generally a body conscious person, although I just pointed out to me the other day that I'm incredibly hard on myself based on my opinion of my body. So I'm changing that, but that's a topic for a whole nother video. Wanted to just chat to you guys, share my experience. I will perhaps actually put a photo of my jeans up if I have the courage to do so. But wanted to chat to y'all. Keep it sassy, keep it safe. Go buy yourself some good jeans. Like, you deserve it, bitch. You deserve it. You've made it through this world. You deserve some jeans. And I'll chat to you guys again soon. Like, much love. Look at my fabulous lips. Mwah.